Shalakaya Chashurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Savaram Jangamam Vyatam Yat Kinchit Sacharacharam Tat Padam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Bhavajivyapiya Sarvam Trilokyam Sacharacharam Tat Padam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sarvashruti Shiroratna Virajita Padambuja Vedantam Bhuja Suryoya Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Chaitanya Shashvata Shanto Yomatito Niranjanaha Bindunada Kalatita Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Jnana Shakti Samaruda Tattvamala Vibhushita Bhukti Mukti Pradata Cha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Aneka Janma Samprapta Karma Bandha Vidayine Atmajnana Pradhanena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sushanam Bhava Sindosha Jnapanam Sarasampadam Guru Padodakam Samyam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Na Guru Radhikam Tattvam Na Guru Radhikam Tapaham Tattva Jnanat Param Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Manata Shri Jagannatha Madguru Shri Jagadguru Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Guru Radhiranadesha Guru Paramadevatam Guru Parataranasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhusha Saka Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tum hi Bhagavana mere Sadguru Swami Vishwananda Tum hi Bhagavana mere Sadguru Swami Vishwananda Tum hi Bhagavana mere Sadguru Swami Vishwananda Tumhe Bhagavana Mere Satguru Swami Vishwananda Tumhe Bhagavana Mere Satguru Swami Vishwananda Bhagavan Mere Satguru Swami Vishwananda Tum hi Bhagavana Mere Satguru Swami Vishwananda Tum hi Bhagavana Mere Satguru Swami Vishwananda Guru to the temple of my heart, Premavatar. To the temple of my heart, Premavatar. Tumi Bhagavanam mere Sadguru Swami Vishwananda. Tumi Bhagavan mere Sadguru Swami Vishwananda. Tumi Bhagavanam mere Sadguru Swami Vishwananda. Tumi Bhagavan mere Sadguru Swami Vishwananda. Tumi Bhagavana mere Sadguru Swami Vishwananda. Tumi Bhagavan mere Sadguru Swami Vishwananda. Mandir mein Gurudeva Premavatar. Mandir mein Gurudeva Premavatar. Come to the temple of my heart, Premavatar. Come to the temple of my heart, Premavatar. Tumhi Bhagavana mere Sadguru Swami Vishwananda. Tumhi Bhagavan mere Sadguru Swami Vishwananda. Tumhi Bhagavana mere Sadguru Swami Vishwananda. Tumhi Bhagavan mere Sadguru Swami Vishwananda. Om Avatara Shishaya Namah, Om Vishamaya Namah, Om Devakari Samudyataya Namah, Om Sukshmatanave Namah, Om Chinmayaya Namah, Om Gurumurtaye Namah, Om Sundaraya Namah, Om Sujanaya Namah, Om Sumukaya Namah, Om Charuhasaya Namah, Om Keshavaya Namah, Om Padmabhujaya Namah, Om Mandigamanaya Namah, Om Charubharadharine Namah, Om Ramaya Namah, Om Mandirastapakaya Namah, Om Shrivavarchakaya Namah, Om Gayatri Ajvane Namah, Om Arpana Swikarakaya Namah, Om Vishnu Pujakaya Namah, Om Namo Narayana Yati Mantrapasakaya Namah, Om Swaramayaya Namah, Om Advarakantaya Namah, Om Krishna Sakirtanopaya Namah, Om Stotra Priyaya Namah, Om Mitapashine Namah, Om Vagmine Namah, Om Chitakala Visharadaya Namah, Om Pratadharaya Namah, Om Sadave Namah, Om Jagatpantaya Namah, Om Sarvalokaitaya Namah, Om Bhakta Priyaya Namah, Om Surdhaya Namah, Om Anukulaya Namah, Om Neyaya Namah, Om Sudarshanaya Namah, Om Bhaktavatsalaya Namah, Om Premamurtaye Namah, Om Subekshanaya Namah, Om Pritivardhanaya Namah, Om Swastidayakaya Namah, Om Tarakaya Namah, Om Anugrahaya Namah, Om Vardhanaya Namah, Om Anushitaya Namah, Om Arthaya Namah, Om Siddhipradhaya Namah, Om Janardhanaya Namah, Om Manoharaya Namah, Om Akshaya Namah, Om Siddheshwaraya Namah, Om Vasmabhushitaya Namah, Om Madhukaya Namah, Om Lingarshana Prasakaya Namah, Om Siddhi Sadhanaya Namah, Om Madhavaya Namah, Om Omkarupasakaya Namah, Om Sukshmaya Namah, Om Vishukaya Namah, Om Sattvikaya Namah, Om Samadarshine Namaha, Om Dakshaya Namaha, Om Achintyaya Namaha, Om Nirankaraya Namaha, Om Nirmohaya Namaha, Om Avyagraya Namaha, Om Chitakrodaya Namaha, Om Vinayashilaya Namaha, Om Salashaya Namaha, Om Kushalaya Namaha, Om Shamaya Namaha, Om Satyadharmaya Namaha, Om Nirvikalpaya Namaha, Om Viraktaya Namaha, Om Atindraya Namaha, Om Satyasandhaya Namaha, Om Pavitraya Namaha, Om Madhura Svabhavaya Namaha, Om Suranandaya Namaha, Om Nandanaya Namaha, Om Prasanatmane Namaha, Om Bhaktalidaye Namaha, Om Sakshaye Namaha, Om Samatmaye Namaha, Om Sadayogine Namaha, Om Haraye Namaha, Om Sutapaya Namaha, Om Somyaya Namaha, Om Goyaya Namaha, Om Vimutatmaya Namaha, Om Gabiraya Namaha, Om Guptaya Namaha, Om Atmaramaya Namaha, Om Srinivasaya Namaha, Om Devaya Namaha, Om Dyutivaraya Namaha, Om Danyaya Namaha, Om Gurave Namaha, Om Duratikramaya Namaha, Om Gahanaya Namaha, Om Bhagavate Namaha, Om Harisharana Marga Darshakaya Namaha, Om Kutasanagartakaya Namaha, Om Abhiprayaya Namaha, Om Sarvamata Samatyaya Namaha, Om Shamikata Bhavadakaya Namaha, Om Premavatara Sri Vishwananda Swami Namaha. Atu Deva Antono Yato Vishnur Vichakrame Predivya Sapta Ramavi Idam Vishnu Vichakrame Tredhanya Depadam Samodamasya Pagusure Trini Pada Vichakrame Vishnur Gopa Adanga Ato Dharmani Dhayene Vishnu Karmani Pashyata Yato Virtani Paspase Indrasya Yujasaka Tat Vishnu Paramam Padagam Sada Pashanti Surya Ivi Vachakshuratata Tat Vipraso Vipanyavo Jagrivagam Sasamindate Vishnu Yat Paramam Paradam. Govinda. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakarishu Sarvada Sarvakarishu Sarvada Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Vishnu Madhusudana Ketapare Narayana Achyuta Trivikrama Chakrapane Vidyadi Sajjadara Sridhara Vasudeva Gopala Krishna Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Rukmini Shabhavanasha Hare Murare Radesha Gopisha Sarupa Brahmadi Vandya Sridhara Kashraya Vaikuntha Pate Bhuvane Kamute Gopala Deva Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Nilakirte Kamatarupa Varaha Murte Trivikramaya Guhane Brahmarama Rama Shri Rama Krishna Yalunandana Karti Rupa Gopala Krishna Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Govinda Madhava Mukunda Parat Paresha Damodara Jadarananda Kadari Shori Gopa Gopi Jana Samrita Dina Bando Gopi Jana Priya Hare Tava Suprabhatam Shri Radhishaya Mujagadi Patarpasaya Sadbhakta Hitsadanashaya Brahmangashaya Shri Gopabhama Mridutama Sukadishaya Gopa Vallabhare Tava Suprabhatam Shri Kashyapatri Sukhanarada Gautamani Brahmarshi Sangamani Sangava Bharatesho Vishtanti Deva Tava Darshana Bhagya Heto Gopala Sekara Hare Tava Suprabhatam Mantara Jani Tulasita Lamani Kadya He Maryani Anjali Pude Samudharati Tishtanti Bhagavata Dharatale Munindra Radha Manohara Hare Tava Suprabhatam Vedatrayam Patati Gautama Kana Guhyam Jayanti Satguna Gano Varadasa Varga Sankirtayanti Tava Nama Kada Vishesha Shri Naradani Rishaya Tava Suprabhatam Govarna Moharana Gopa Kishora Gopa Gopi Janamrita Sudesha Bhavani Porta Trilokya Mohana Sumangala Divya Deha Shri Rukmini Savarana Tava Suprabhatam Shri Vasachina Sharanagata Parijata Bhaktarti Vanjana Kripakara Dina Bando Vidyanta Gayati Jana Priya Divya Rupa Shri Nanda Gopatanaya Tava Suprabhatam Padmaksha Parma Mukha Parmadhara Prameya Padmalaya Srita Parma Nivasa Shori Padmo Bhavati Sura Sevita Pada Parma Padma Vinata Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Vinata Devi Naranaya Mahendra Vandya Gandharpa Darpa Haratinya Sudesha Rupa Chandrananaya Siddha Chandana Dipna Deha Govinda Yadava Hare Tava Suprabhatam Shri Nanda Nandana Yashoda Kumara Dina Mayanga Dina Vichona Supushpahara Viram Buddhasa Sharira Ramavihara Gopala Deva Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Vaishli Jambavati Satya Suganti Bhadra Shri Mitra Vinda Divasa Prabhu Putrikanya He Tishtanti Diga Mamame Tava Sevanana Gopi Mana Priya Hare Tava Suprabhatam Shri Krishna Achyuta Ananta Mukunda Shori Radha Mano Janardana Chakrapalye Namani Divyamunayo Nishambayanti Brahmi Muhurta Samaye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Krishna Suprabhatam Ye Patanti Arnisham Bhuri Krita Mahapapam Shri Krishna Grahiduka Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karana Govinda Madi Purusham Tamam Bhajami Govinda Madi Purusham Tamam Bhajami Sintamani Prakarasama Sukalpa Vriksha Laksha Vritesha Surabhira Vipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Satasambrama Sevyamanam Govinda Madi Purusham Tamam Bhajami Govinda Madi Purusham Tamam Bhajami Venum Khanantam Aravinda Dalayutasya Bharagatam Samasitam Buddha Sungarangam Gandharva Kotika Maniya Vishesha Shobham Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Alola Chandra Kalasadvana Malya Vamsi Ratnangadam Pranaya Keli Kala Vilasham Shyamam Tribangalalitam Niyata Prakasham Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Agnani Asa Sakalendriya Vritti Parshanti Panti Kalayanti Chiram Jaganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadujvala Vigrahasya Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Advaitam Achyutam Anadim Anantarupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayovanam Cha Videshu Durlabam Adurlabam Atma Bhato Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Pantastu Koti Shatavatsara Sampragamyo Vayorakati Manaso Muni Pungavana Sopyasiyat Prapadasinya Vichitya Tarve Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ekopya Sora Chayatum Jaganta Kotim Yachasirasti Jaganta Chayaya Hantaha Andatarasta Paramano Chayantarastam Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yad Bhava Bhavita Diyo Manujasya Deva Sampraptya Rupa Mahima Sanayana Bhusha Shuktir Yaleva Nigama Pratitestu Vanti Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitabit Tabirya Eva Nijarupataya Kalabit Goloka Eva Nivasata Kilatma Bhutam Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Premanjana Churite Bhakti Vilochanena Santa Sade bhajami, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami. Ramardi Murdi Sukalani Amena Tishtan, Nanavataram Akarut Bhuvaneshu Kintum, Krishna Svayam Samabhavat Paramam Pumayo, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami. Yasya Prabha Prabhavato Jagananda Koti, Koti Shvashesha Vasudadi Vibhuti Bhima, Tad Brahmanishkalamanantam Ashesha Bhudam, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami. Maya Yasya Jaganta Satani Suti, Trigunya Tat Vishaya Veda Vitayamana, Sattva Valambi Parasattva Vishuddha Sattva, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami. Ananda Chinmaya Rasatmakaya Manashu, Ya Praninam Pratikaram Smaradam Upetya, Vilayitena Bhuvanani Jayatra Jasya, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami. Golokanam Nimijatam Nitaleshatasya, Devi Mahesha Haridam Asuteshu Teshu, Tete Prabhava Nichaya Vita Shayana, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami. Srishti Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana Shakti Rekha, Jaye Vayasya Bhuvanani Vibharti Durga, Ijana Rupam Abhyasya Chachesta Desa, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami. Shiram Yata Dadi Vikara Vishesha Yoga, Sanjayate Nahi Tata Pratyasito, Yasam Bhutam Apitata Samupeti Karya, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami. Dipachire Varida Shasaruna Bhupetya, Dipayurvena Vitahetu Samana Dharma, Yastadriye Vaida Vishwamaya Vivati, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami. Yatharnarvana Jale Bhatismayoga, Nidramananta Jaganta Sarama Kopa, Adara Sakti Mavalambya Param Samurtim, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami. Yasya Kanishva Sakagala Bhatavalandya, Jivanti Loma Vilaja Jaganandanata, Vishnur Mahansaiha Yasakala Vishesho, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami. Basvam Yatasma Sakaleshu Niteshu Teshaha, Sviyam Kiyat Prakatayat Apitat Vatra, Brahma Yaisa Jaganta Vidana Karta, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami. Yadhala Bala Vayukam Viridaya Kumpa, Kante Pramaya Samaye Saganadi Raja, Vikram Virantu Malamasya Jagatrayasya, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami. Agnir Mahigyanam Bumaruni Sasha, Kalas Tatatma Manasidi Jagatrayani, Yashmat Bhavanti Vibhavanti Vishanti Yamsha, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami. Yachaksha Savita Sakalagrahana Raja Samasta Suramurti Rashesha Teja Yasya Naya Brahmati Samvrita Kala Chakra Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Dharmuta Papa Nishaya Sritaya Sapamsi Brahmanti Kita Patagava Daya Shajiva Yadata Matra Vibhava Prakata Prabhava Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Tasvindra Gopa Mathavindra Mahosa Karma Vandana Rupa Parabhajana Vartanoti Karmani Nirani Kintu Chibhakti Bhajan Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yam Krodha Kama Sagrajam Pranayati Viti Vasalya Moha Guru Gaurava Sevya Bhavai Sanchitya Dasi Sadhishinta Nurapurete Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Om Ajnanatimidandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Do you hear me? Yeah, kind of. Yeah, Jai Gurudev. So happy Gita Jayanti for everybody. Yoo-hoo. So 5,000 years ago, more or less, Krishna was giving the amazing teaching of the Gita to Arjuna in the middle of the battlefield. And today we are commemorating this amazing event. So the context of this verse in the Srimad Bhagavatam is at the very beginning when sage Suta is gathered with all the sages and the rishis in the forest of Naimisaranya. And this assembly of sages, led by Sage Saunaka, they have questions for Sage Suta. And they were related into what's the meaning of life. And Sage Suta then starts narrating the Bhagavatam. And one of the first verses, in the first chapter, second canto, Sage Suta is already explaining the whole meaning of the Bhagavatam. And I choose this verse because you will see it's not so different of the teachings of the Gita. It says, it's a Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 2, and the verses 28 and 29. Vasudeva Paraveda, Vasudeva Paramakha, Vasudeva Parayoga, Vasudeva Parakriyaha, Vasudeva Paramjnanam, Vasudeva Param Tapaha, Vasudeva Parodharmo, Vasudeva Paragatihi. In the revealed scriptures, the ultimate object of knowledge is Sri Vasudeva. The purpose of performing sacrifice is to please him. Yoga is for realizing him. All fruitive activities are ultimately rewarded by him only. He is supreme knowledge, and all severe austerities are performed to know him. Religion, dharma, is rendering loving service unto him. He is the supreme goal of life. So in this verse is addressing Krishna or Narayana as Vasudeva. that it means the one who lives in all gods, the God of gods, the light of gods. So the Supreme Narayana, Sri Hari Krishna. So you find many verses of this in the Bhagavatam where it explains that, or what basically expand what the Gita is. The Bhagavad Gita, all the teachings that Krishna is giving, in the Bhagavatam you get more details on the same teachings, but they go hand in hand. For example, in the Bhagavad Gita, in the chapter 15, verse 15, it says, Vedascha sarva aham eva vedyo. It means, of all the Vedas, I am to be known. This is Krishna speaking. So before, people wanted to know the Vedas. They wanted to know about the demigods. That was their aim of life. And Krishna says, I am the Vedas. I am the object to be known by the Vedas. From him the Vedas come. He is Om. Do you remember all of these verses that Krishna is narrating who he is? In chapter 10, it says, by focusing on him, he will give you the realization of how to come to him. So Krishna, Narayana, Vasudeva, he's the ultimate aim of life, of every living being. And, Guruji yesterday was speaking a little bit about the rarity of incarnating at the same time than your Sadguru, incarnating at the same time of Krishna. Imagine this 5,000 years ago, the good luck of Arjun that he incarnated at the same time as Sri Hari Krishna. And he received this amazing teaching and he passed it on for all of these generations to come. And I think many times, because I can imagine also 5,000 years ago, Guruji was speaking about this in a satsang where I placed him the question, why Krishna called fools the people who don't recognize him, if it's him the one who gives the realization. And Guruji said, fools were those who, Krishna being so close and being displayed so many miracles, they still didn't believe in him. And I think with Guruji is a little bit the same. We have experienced with him so many miracles, so many things that is unexplainable for the mind. And despite that, we're still falling into doubt. We're still falling into the doubt of the mind. Some people more, some people less. And I think normally, what I try to do is to collect the miracles, to prove to myself and to other people that he's not a random dude, that he's very special. Now, there are many, many, many miracles of people. Every satsang I share a story. But then, this weekend I was reflecting that even someone who doesn't believe in him, doesn't matter if you tell them all the miracles. They will still decide to be fooled. Because for whatever reason, samskaras, karma, predisposition of the mind, they don't want to see it. They don't want to see his divinity. Then we had another approach, because this weekend we went to Spain. We spent time with the devotees of Spain. It was a yearly devotee encounter. And we placed a different question. We moved out of prove who Guruji is. Who knows who he is? We have many miracles, as I said. But we don't really know. So we moved to the other side of the road and we said, okay, let's talk about how did Guruji change your life? How the presence of the Master actually changed your life. And then they start listing many, many things that happen in their life because of having Guruji there. And if you see, I will tell them now, if you see, they are closely related to the teachings of Guruji, that they are not different from the teachings of the Gita. And when Guruji says, follow me, it's not about following him, his physical person, but his teachings. And you can see amazingly how many people around the world, many of them, they don't even speak in English. And despite that, they manage to transform. So I wanted to do this parallelism or comparison between what they have learned with the teachings of the Gita. So the first thing they said was a group of 40 devotees. They said that they got rid of toxic habits, bad habits. And we see in the Bhagavad Gita 3:36, when Arjuna is asking to Krishna, what is this force, that is this energy that forced me to act even against my own will? And Krishna tells him, it's desire, born from the gunas of rajas. And then he tells him how to deal with it. And in the 3:41 tells him, restrain the senses. Like this you will conquer your mind. So how did they get rid of these toxic habits, these people? Through the teachings of Guruji. Restraining the senses, they managed to overcome the desire of the mind. 5:22 of the Gita says, the pleasures that arise from contact with the senses are source of misery. They have a beginning and an end, and so the wise do not delight in them. So either consciously or not, they were absorbing these teachings from Guruji, and they actually changed. The second thing they said is they have a non-violent, or striving for a non-violent life, especially non-violent diet, ahimsa. And we have many verses in the Bhagavad Gita about ahimsa. For example, 16:2, speaking about the qualities of the devotees, of the righteous. Harmless, truthful, absence of anger, renunciation, peacefulness, compassion to all beings. Also speaks about that in the 13:7 to 13:11, in the 10:5, about adopting a non-violent life in order to reach him, in order to realize who Krishna is. We should not be violent. So you see how people quit violent type of life for a more friendly type of life with all beings. They also say that they have more focus, they are acting more without thinking too much. And Gita chapter 2:41 says, in this path there is a single pointed determination. The intelligence of those who are irresolute is many branched. More you are focused on him, easy to make decisions. This is me. So more you are focused on him, is easy to make decisions. So you have the clear focus. You are not diverted in 20,000 highways. Your energy doesn't divert. What happens when you learn about the Gita? The focus of meditation, the center of life, the path of life is him. So all of these ideas of what life is about, you centralize it into one, Krishna or the Sadguru. So they can experience in their life more focus and acting more towards the goal. Some other people say that they feel more light, like less weight on their shoulders. They feel certainty, clarity of purpose, and that they have found a path in life. We have 4:34 in the Gita, the importance of having your guru, and he will guide you to your destination. But eventually, 1866, Sarva Dharma Parityaja Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. Abandon all dharmas. Surrender all your dharmas to me, and he will take care. So that's why you are light. That's why they experience this loss of weight on their shoulders. Why? Because they gave away the responsibility somehow of the results of their life. Of course, they do their effort. They are very dedicated people. But they don't carry this weight on their shoulders. They also spoke about, also in the Bhagavad Gita 2:47, act with attachment to the results. You have the right to act, but not to the result of your actions. So when you start to apply this, then you don't put so much weight on your shoulders. And it's easy to be light in life. They also say that they are more into the heart and less in the mind. You could see in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, it's in the 6:5 and 6:6, it says, one must elevate oneself by one's own mind and not degrade oneself. The mind is a friend of the self, and it is also the enemy of the self. Depending, the mind can be your best enemy, or your best friend, or your worst enemy, or your best enemy also. So less power you give to your mind, more you are in the heart, more you are in the self. Govinda. So you can see all the things they were saying was connected to the Gita, to the teachings. They say that they don't feel, they feel a de-dramatization in their life, not playing the victim so much. Chapter 1, Arjun, full explanation of why he don't want to fight, why he don't want to take responsibility on his life, why everything is so bad. No, full chapter 1 and beginning of chapter 2. They say that they overcome fears. They are taking the leap. So many verses actually speaks in the Gita about getting rid of fear. In the 1866 again, Krishna tells to Arjun, "Don't fear, I'm taking care." 256 says, "One whose mind remains undisturbed amidst misery, who does not crave for pleasure, and who is free from attachment, fear, and anger, is called a sage of steady wisdom." Steady wisdom. Yeah, so remember your life before. How many fears we have about so many things. What could happen to us, our families, what will be about our future. No fear in different ways comes this fear, but it's this uncertainty of what will happen, and always imagining the worst or a bad scenario. How he removes that, because it's not up to us anymore, or was never up to us, but he now makes it clear. They also spoke a lot about flexibility, detachment from expectations of results, being comfort in uncertainty, accepting problems as non-problems, stop being a control freak. That was a sweet one. People who had this tendency to control people, schedules, plans, and how Guruji destroyed their plans, in that sense. Is how he forced them to be flexible. He forced them to be attuned with something higher, that is the divine will, not your own idea of how life should be. So again, Gita 247, you have the right to act, but not the result of the actions. 1861, he, Krishna, controls everything and everyone, like Paramatma is seated inside of each of us, like seated into a machine. And so we are all puppets of God in a way. Guruji says we have a little free will. So all of this tendency to being stuck to one idea, to be a controller personality, to see problems all the time in life, is part of that, of giving up the control of your life to Vasudeva Krishna. Many of them discover that they have new skills that they would never thought they could have. They say that with less effort they achieve bigger results. You can see Bhagavad Gita 1858 says, if you become conscious of me, you will overcome all obstacles by my grace. So this empowerment comes from him. When you focus on him, when he's the center of your life, it comes also this empowerment that you can achieve impossible things. But it's not because we are great, it's just because we are focused on him. He graces us that things can manifest. In the chapter 7, verse 10, Krishna says, I am the intelligence of the intelligent, the splendor of the splendid, and the strength of the strong, free from desire and attachment. So all of this, how many of us we discover skills we never thought we could have? That Guruji throw us to do sevas that we never thought we would be able or being capable of doing it. And then when you put your effort, his grace manifests. And as it says, he's the strength of the strong. His intelligence of the intelligent. So he also empowers you with these qualities that you can overcome the challenges. Some people say it's about evaluating small things, trying to see God in everything. And here you can see in the Bhagavad Gita 13:14, speaks about the hands and feet of Krishna are everywhere. His eyes, heads, and face is everywhere, facing everywhere, and with ears everywhere. The Lord pervades everything in the universe. So it's this consciousness that God is in every little thing in our life, in every person we meet, in every interaction, in everything around us is permeated by Him, either His lower or higher nature, but still Him. So it gives you this realization somehow that you need to enjoy every single moment, because everything is permeated by Him. He is in every single action, in every single person you interact, in every problem that comes, in every good thing that happens. He is there. So people start to be more God conscious. Yeah, they stop having this, this narrow-minded and like trying to get excitement, and they just evaluate every single moment that's coming from Him. In the 1327, it says, one who sees the Supreme Lord equally present in all beings, the imperishable amidst the perishable, truly sees. By seeing the Lord equally present everywhere, one does not degrade oneself by the mind, and thereby reach the supreme destination. Yeah, seeing the Lord equally present in everything and everyone. Then another things they say is that they feel more humble, more understanding with each another, empathy, human, like kindness, compassion, patience, listening, recognizing things to change. So all of these qualities that they are rooted in humility. Guruji spoke a lot about humility in the Guru Gita. Also, I think he mentioned it yesterday. Is the root quality for all the good qualities. That's why, do you remember when Prahlad gives his humility to Indra, then all the good qualities that he has as a devotee, they start to disappear. And so these qualities are listed in the, for example, chapter 16, verse 1-3. Krishna lists the qualities of the devotees, the qualities that he wants from us. You know, Guruji keep striving more and more that we should strive to be a good person, to be a person of values, a reliable person, a compassionate person, an empathic person. You know, to bring kindness to the world. Not to being right, but to be kind. Do you remember this quote that he tweeted? In the chapter 12 says, one who is not envious, friendly, compassionate, free from ego and possessiveness, forgiving, always content, self-control, and firmly devoted to me, that devotee is very dear to me. So we start to understand also that more we dive into these good qualities, more we befriend him. You know, it's not about a mask that you are only friendly or compassionate when he's around, but more you apply this in your life with everybody, more he also reacts to that. People say that they are more joyful and more happy, and this has to do also with the detachment of the material world, no? Bhagavad Gita 5.21 and 5.22 says, one who is detached from the material world experience happiness, and those who attach to the Lord experience bliss. So the people start to experience this happiness, this joy, and they don't know where does it come from. And it's because through the teachings of Guruji of the Gita, more and more we detach from the material world. In the 5.22, it says again, the pleasures that arise from contact with the senses are source of misery. They have a beginning and an end, and so the wise do not delight in them. So more and more we are detaching from this material reality and connecting ourselves to God. People spoke about protection, how they feel protected. Then you can see in the Bhagavad Gita 9.22, for those who always think on me, I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. But there are many verses about him taking care, 1866, 1865, like basically it's how much he takes protection. He take care of your protection. So well, there were more, but the last one somehow, strong for me, is detachment from mundane life and understanding the limitation of the body. You know, how many of us, we thought that this was our only life, it's our only shot, our only experience that we will have before coming to Guruji. Like, I didn't know about reincarnation, or was a far away concept, a bit mystical, a bit hippie. But actually, today, it's rare the people who actually do not believe in reincarnation following Guruji. And you realize that pain will not finish with this life, neither pleasure. Like, we will carry life after life the same predisposition of mind. So if we don't solve the things today, now, we will just carry it to the next life. So it's not that before you say, okay, I'm just waiting until I die. No, because then you die and you incarnate again, and you will have the same mind predisposition. So if you don't work today on that, then you will come back tomorrow and need to work on that. So it gives you this push to actually work on it. Bhagavad Gita 2.22 says, the soul changed body as the body changed clothes. Yeah, over and over. 13.7 and 8 says, seeing the misery of birth, death, old age, and suffering, being without attachment and entanglement for son, wife, or husband, home, and other such things. The mundane reality. How much we have detached from the mundane reality. Despite sometimes still having some ice cream pleasure and these kind of things, but honestly, 99% of our life, at least speaking from the Brahmacharis in the ashram, this detachment that happens, no? And I send lately some invitations to some friends that I don't speak since a long time, because Guruji will give Darshan in Argentina in 1 month. And speaking with them, 3 of them, of the many people I contacted, one of them lost his wife 2 months ago. The other one lost the daughter 2 weeks ago. And the other one, the wife, 1 year ago. The 3 of them summit into depression. They cannot get over it. I called them and I told them with more reason you need to meet Guruji. This is a chance of your life. But still they are so entangled with this reality that for them is the worst thing that can happen to them. They don't have this knowledge of the Gita. The knowledge that can make you free. This knowledge of liberation. When you consider and understand life in a completely different dimension. And we were there with them before. So, in the Guru Gita, we were listening this morning in the Sargam temple, and Guruji was speaking about this, that there is different kind of knowledge. You can go to the university, learn math, learn literature, learn arts, but the knowledge of the self, the knowledge of life, not many can give you that. And we have both. We have the teachings of Krishna and the living Guru, who is the one who imparts the knowledge. That is not just reading a book. He empowers you to actually make that your life. In the Guru Gita, Guruji also says that the Guru can do 2 things with the disciple. Either to change his situation and his problems, or to empower the disciple to change by himself. But eventually, it's the teaching of the Gita. It's him doing it behind you. And when he empowers the disciples, they can become a light for others. Because if he just solve it like this, then it's difficult for people to take examples and try to make themselves to learn and to grow. So, as a conclusion for what Guruji was saying last night, it's important of not wasting time of our life in useless things. No, we are in this path, and we have these teachings, his satsangs, the Gita, Bhagavatam, and so we have all the tools to achieve his lotus feet. That is the aim of life, as it says in the verse. Reaching Vasudeva is the aim of life. Jai Gurudev.
parato Narasimho Yato yato yamitato Narasimho Yato yato yamitato Narasimho Oh yato yato yamitato Narasimho Yato yato yamitato Narasimho Dai Narasimho Jaya Mangala Mangala Me Tridadadadini Godagrajaya Mangala Mangala Me O Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Rangi Saki Karyarataya Mangala Mangala Me Rangi Saki Karyarataya Mangala Mangala Me Mananataya Darinidharaya Mangala Mangala Me Mananataya Darinidharaya Mangala Mangala Me O Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me O Mangala Mangala Me O Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare Bhakta Janon Ke Sankata Dasa Janon Ke Sankata Jara Me Dura Kare O Jai Jagadish Hare Jodya Ve Palapave Dukha Vinase Manaka Swami Dukha Vinase Manaka Sukha Sampati Garave Sukha Sampati Garave Kashtami Jai Kanaka Om Jai Jagadish Hare Mata Pita Dumame Sharanaga Umeki Saki Swami Sharanaga Umeki Saki Tuma Bina Orana Duja Tuma Bina Orana Duja Asakaru Umeki Saki Om Jai Jagadish Hare Tuma Purana Paramatma Tuma Antarayami Swami Tuma Antarayami Parabrahma Parameshwara Parabrahma Parameshwara Tuma Sabake Swami Om Jai Jagadish Hare Tuma Karuna Ke Sagar Tuma Palana Karata Swami Tuma Palana Karata Me Sevaka Tuma Swami Me Sevaka Tuma Swami Kripa Karo Bharata Om Jai Jagadish Hare Tuma Hoeka Gochar Sabake Pranapati Swami Sabake Pranapati Kisa Vini Vino Daya Maya Kisa Vini Vino Kripa Maya Tuma Kome Kumati Om Jai Jagadish Hare Dina Mandana Kata Tumara Shaka Mere Swami Tumara Shaka Mere Karuna Tabadao Karuna Tabadao Charana Pada Tere Om Jai Jagadish Hare Vishaya Vikara Mitao Paparo Deva Swami Paparo Deva Shada Bhakti Badao Shada Prema Badao Santana Ki Seva Om Jai Jagadish Hare Tana Mana Jana Sabhae Tera Swami Sava Kuchahe Tera Swami Sava Kuchahe Tera Tera Tujhko Arpan Tera Tujhko Arpan Kya lage mera Om Jai Jagadish Hare Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare Bhakta Jano Ke Sankata Dasa Jano Ke Sankata Jana Me Dura Kare Om Jai Jagadish Hare Man Chakra Rakho Ji Girdhari Lala chakar rakho ji, giridhari lala chakar rakho ji, giridhari lala chakar rakho ji, mane chakar rakho ji, giridhari lala chakar rakho ji, giridhari lala chakar rakho ji, giridhari lala chakar rakho ji. Oh chakar rakho, chakar rakho, chakar rakho ji, chakar rakho, chakar rakho, chakar rakho ji, mane chakar rakho ji, giridhari lala chakar rakho ji, shama mane chakar rakho ji, giridhari lala chakar rakho ji, govinda mane chakar rakho ji, giridhari lala chakar rakho ji, giridhari lala chakar rakho ji, giridhari lala chakar rakho ji. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva, tvameva bandhu cha sakha tvameva, tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva, tvameva sarva mama deva deva, tvameva sarva mama deva deva. Govinda vasato ma satgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om shanti shanti shanti, loka samasta sukhino bhavantu, loka samasta sukhino bhavantu, loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om shanti shanti shanti, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Prem se bo Sri Lakshmana Bhagavan ki jai, Prem se bo Sri Bhutabhrteshwarnath Mandir Bhagavan ki jai, Prem se bo Sri Radha Krishna ke Lal ki, Sri Matar Kriya Babaji ki, Sri Ramanujacharya ki, Prem se bo Satgurudeva Sri Swami Vishwananda Mahaprabhu ki jai. Om Krishna Govindaya Gopi Janavallabhaya Paraya Paramapurushaya Hare Karma Mantra Yantra Tantra Ushastra Sustani Sama Sama Mrityo Mochaya Mochaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahasudarshanaya Diti Jana Pritaya Saradik Shumano Pat Parashme Parabrahmane Paramjyotishe Swaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Sham Venkataramana Govinda, Gopika Jivanam Smaranam Govinda, Bhaktavatsala Govinda, Kundalika Varade, Eknath Namdev, Bandarinath Maharaj ki, Samasa Bhakta Mandani ki, Valvarem